People are not settling anymore. It's fucking crazy. So if you're in a relationship and you're doing the work, or you are working on yourself and you're thinking about a relationship, I want to tell you about this thing I've noticed, and I want to see if you agree with me or not. My name is Trish Law. I'm a trauma-informed life coach, and all day, every day, I help people remember who they are. That's pretty much what I do. So 20 years ago, people would just stay in incompatible relationships forever, and they would call it success. Like the determining factor of a successful relationship was the length of the relationship. Oh my God, I was married for 67 years. That was successful. That's not the case anymore. The case is becoming very different of a successful relationship. And I think I spoke to this before, but it's like where people are invested in each other's growth, right? They're invested in individual growth and each other's growth. Okay. So that is now, and nervous system regulation. It's not about communication. It's not about length. It's not about any of that shit anymore. It's about helping each other become the best versions of themselves individually and as a couple, as a couple. And I'm telling you right now, people are not fucking settling. They're not. 20 years ago, they would have put up with bullshit. They're not putting up with it anymore. So say, for example, somebody begins to work on themselves in the construct of the relationship, like really, really work on themselves, and their partner decides not to do it. The relationship, it's really hard for that to work. It's almost impossible at this point. And I'm just being honest. So like, if your partner is in therapy, if your partner is like is reading books and working on themselves, like, and you're fucking not doing it, and you have taken that for granted, and you think that you're fucking steady because you've been together forever, or because there's this, that, and the other factor, these qualifiers that give you a false sense of security that's never going to shift, you better wake the fuck up. Because people are not putting up with it anymore. They're not putting up with emotional immaturity. They're not putting up with people that aren't working on themselves. They're not going to put up with people who are not going to help them become better versions of themselves, or are not going to work on themselves. They're not going to do it. Like I said, 20 years ago, they would. 20 years ago, the construct of a good relationship was like a codependent relationship. Codependency was like the litmus test for a healthy relationship. That was like healthy. It's like, well, you got to make compromises. People are like, fuck that. No, compromise is like what people do in incompatible relationships. That's what they do. Like if you have to compromise who you are to stay in the fucking relationship, 20 years ago, that would have worked. That doesn't fucking work anymore, home skillets. So here's what you need to know. Newsflash, wake up call. Your partner's in therapy working on themselves and you're fucking not. Don't be surprised if they're like, I can't fucking do this anymore. People would rather be alone than fucking settle. That's what I'm seeing. People would rather leave a marriage that puts them into copious amounts of self-betrayal. And here's another thing. Just because it isn't bad doesn't mean it's good. This doesn't mean like that the relationship is in a terrible place. It means that there is absolutely no growth in the relationship whatsoever. And it's not dramatic and they don't fight. And it's kind of this like almost invisible tension that people are no longer willing to settle for. They're not going to do it. They're not doing it because they're realizing life is too short to fucking settle. And they'd rather do it by themselves than stay in a relationship with somebody who refuses to fucking grow and change. So that's my little PSA for the day. I don't know. Maybe it'll be useful. And maybe it'll be a wake-up call. Don't kill the messenger. I just call it like I see it. Either way, we'll always be talking about it. If you have questions, just drop it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I love you. I see you. I'll see you tomorrow.